actual parameters and formal parameters.
Categories of various categories of different categories of user defined functions. Different categories of user defined functions we are going to discuss. In that, the first category is function, creating a function with the return type and parameter list. Return type and parameter list. Second type is function with no return type and parameter list and parameters. Third category is the function with return type and no parameter list. No parameters. The last one is creating a function with no return type and no parameter list. No parameters. The first one will, the first function is having the return type as well as the parameter list also. The last one is having no parameter and no return type. The second one is no parameter, but we can give the parameters, no return type, but we can give the parameters to the function in the second type. In the third function, in the third category, we can give the return type to the function, but we cannot give any parameters. So first one is it will have both return type and parameter. Second one, no return type, but we can give parameters. Third type is return type we can give, but no parameters. The last one is it is having no return type and no parameters. So we will go with the first one, the first category, function with return type and parameter list. Yesterday we discussed one example program on the functions. That function is having both return type and parameter list. Both return type and parameter list. So this is the example. What is the user defined function we created here? The user defined function is addition function. The name of the user defined function is add. The return type is integer and the argument list is x and y. So this is the example of user defined function which will have both the return type and the argument list. So I'm copying the same function, same program here. Till now up to here you can copy. Go to the file menu, edit menu and copy. Come here. And again go to the edit menu, paste. And try to execute it. Comment everything. From here. Remove the comment. And comment up to here. Just uncomment the program. So the first category is what? The first category is a function with a return type and parameter list. See, the user defined function addition is having the return type integer and parameter list also it is having. So that what we are doing, that is the declaration, and for that declaration of the user defined function, here below the main function we given definition for addition function. So addition function definition also follows same syntax as we declared the addition declaration above the main function. So logic, we are writing addition logic inside the addition function. So yesterday I explained here. So as the function takes the arguments, we are passing 30 and 20. That means whenever the function is allowed with arguments from the calling function, that means the main function is calling. So from the calling function, we can pass 30 and 20 whenever you are making function call. So by using this function call statement, add 30 comma 20, which function is called? This function is called this add, and this add both names are matching. The number of arguments 30 and 20, two arguments, and here also x and y two arguments are matching, so that the function matching with this statement is called, so that controller will go here and 30 and 20 are passed to x and y respectively. As the function is enabled with arguments, we can pass the arguments from calling function to called function. After execution of the called function, it will calculate x plus y. That means 20 and 30 and 20, 50 is assigned to C. Now, this function is also enabled with return type. That means we can return the function. The function is returning some value which is integer type. So that after execution of this particular function, the same value which is stored in C 50, I am returning back. So after execution of the addition function, that 50 is returned back to the same line from where you made the function call. Now after returning back to the same line with the value 50, that 50 is replaced with this line. Now that same 50 is assigned to sum, and now we are able to print the sum value in the place of percentile D. If you execute, what will happen? That sum value is printed. Alt F9, 00 errors, Control F9, sum equal to 50. The second category is copy the same thing. Or go to the edit menu, copy, again come here, go to the edit menu, paste. The second type is, the second category is a function with no return type, but still we can pass the parameters. So modify the program, integer. So you already said there is no return type. So whenever there is no return type, we will write void. That means after execution of this addition user defined function, this function cannot return any value. This function is not able to return any value because we are talking about a function without a return type, but still we can give the argument. So integer x comma y are possible to give. Here also, after function declaration, you come to the function definition. Here also it follows same syntax as the declaration, void. So this function is not able to return any value, so that you remove the return statement, because you said this function is returning void. Void means nothing. This function is returning nothing. So if you write return statement here, it is meaningless. If you don't return the value to the calling function here, the addition of two numbers 50 is not returned to the sum. then writing this line is also meaningless, because we are not returning any value. The sum of x plus y, we are not returning to this calling statement. Earlier returning is possible, so that the called function returned that value sum of x plus y. Here that we will store it into sum and we are printing sum. So if this return type is not there, we are not able to return the value and we are not able to store into the sum. When there is no sum at all, it is not able to, you are not able to print the sum value also. Remove this one. And here is also, yes, declaration of sum is meaningless. Remove that declaration of sum also. But still this function is having a argument list. So from the calling function, you can call the called function by giving 30 and 20 arguments. When you call the function with this name, the same function is called, and into x and y 30 comma 20 are copied respectively. Now you enter into the that addition function. Now c is declared, c is equal to x plus y. X value is 30, y value is 20. Now that 50 is stored into c. Earlier we returned that c value to the calling function, and there we captured that result of x plus y and we printed here. But returning is not possible, so that you print the value here only. You print the value here only. Printf \n sum equal to percentile d, and replace that value with this particular c. Because we are unable to return. If you are able to return a value, we will return to the main function. There we will capture the sum of x plus y and we will print that with the sum value. But it is not enabled. Return type is not possible in second category. So except program, comment everything. Here you remove the comment. And up to here you comment the program and uncomment the C program. Now you press the Alt F9 and Control F9, sum equal to 50. Where we printed sum, in the called function only we are printing. Earlier we printed sum equal to 50 in the calling function. In the main function we printed. Now why we are unable to print the sum value here? Because returning the value is not possible here in the addition function, so that we are not able to return the value to the calling function, so that here only we are printing the sum of x plus y. And again you copy the same thing, go to the edit menu, copy, come here and go to the edit menu again, paste. This is the third one. The third category is, it is enabled with a return type. It is enabled with a return type, but no parameters. The function, that user defined function, is having no parameter list, but still we have a return type to the function. Still we have a return type to the function. So what is the user defined function? Addition. Addition is having return type. So I am writing the return type as int. And the function addition is not having any argument list, so that I am removing all the arguments. And come to the definition. In the definition also, you write down the function is returning integer, and same function is having no argument list. No argument list. If the function is having no arguments, then you are not able to pass the arguments 30 and 20 to the called function. You can call the function, with this add name from the main program by using this calling statement, function call statement. you can call this user defined function to execute this function. But this function is not taking any arguments, so that whenever you are calling this function, you are not able to pass the 30 and 20. 30 and 20. But even though you can call, when you are making this calling statement, a controller will go to the this user defined function, and the function is called, then the function will execute. But x plus y values are not given. If it is not given from the calling function, you define here only x comma y, x equal to 30 comma y equal to 20. Because from the calling function, we are not able to pass the arguments 30 comma 20 to the addition, because this addition function is not having any arguments. If that having any arguments, we will pass the values to that arguments, but it is not having any arguments, but it will have the return type. When it is not having the arguments, then inside the addition function only you will create the arguments that values x equal to 30 and y equal to 20. Now x plus y will be added, and result is returned to the C. But still here you see we can pass the integer result to the calling function. So the last statement, instead of this one, I am returning the value C to the calling function, to the main function. What I am returning? C. C means the addition of x plus y, which is a C. So what will happen? Here you will call the function without any arguments. So the function will be called without any argument. Same, the syntax, function call syntax and this definition both are matching with this name, so that the controller come to the this particular addition function. Then we will go into the addition function. First we will declare C, x with 30, y with 20. Come to the second statement, x plus y, 30 plus 20 are added and stored into C. Now C is 50. The last statement, return C. C is what? 50. That 50 is returned to the same line here. Now this line is completely replaced with returned value of addition function, which is nothing but 50. 50 is returned here. What is returned here? 50 is returned here. Then how to hold the 50? By using sum. But sum is not declared here. Then declare the sum variable. Now, whatever the returned value replaced with this statement is assigned to sum. Now, sum value is also 50. When you hold the sum value, how to print it? Write one more printf statement here, backslash n, sum equal to percentile d. Replace the value with sum and remove this one 50. Comment it. Remove the comment from here. And comment up to this one. Right. Uncomment the program. Uncomment the current program. Now press Alt F9 and Control F9. The result is printed 50. What happened? We created a user-defined function with only return type, but without no arguments. Then what will happen? When you call the function with this function call syntax inside the main function, then the function with this name is called, the controller will go from this line to here, and we will go to the inside the main function, and these variables are declared, and x plus y is added, and result is stored into C, 50. Same 50 is returned with this statement, last statement after execution of the function. Again, after execution of the function with this return value 50C, we will come to the same line from where you came from. And this total add function is replaced with the return value of C50. That 50 is assigned to sum, and now we are able to print the sum in the calling function, right? Control F9, the result is sum equal to 50. And copy the same thing For third category, go to edit, copy, go to edit, paste. The fourth category is function with no return type, function with no return type, and function with no parameter list. So this function addition is having no return type. How to represent no return type? With void. Void means nothing. That means the addition function. The addition user defined function is returning nothing. And inside this parenthesis, you can observe it is also taking no arguments. So third type is a function, a user defined function with no return type and no parameter list. You clearly observe here this addition function is returning nothing, and the arguments also zero arguments. That means no arguments and no return type. And come to the definition of the addition and modify here also. It is returning nothing, and argument list is also zero. So no argument and no return type. Then how to call the function? Before that, remove the comment here and comment up to right. So only uncomment the present program. Comment the before whatever is there, comment that. So addition, the fourth category is no return type void and no argument. Here is also you can see no return type and no argument list. Then what will happen? We can make the function call, but it is not able to return anything. When you call addition, this addition function is called, and x equal to 30 and y equal to 20, c variables are declared, and x plus y. Why you are taking x equal to 30, y equal to 20? Why you are not passing 30 and 20 from calling function to called function? Earlier we passed addition 30 comma 20 here only, but now we are unable to pass the 30 comma 20 from calling function to called function because the function is not taking any arguments. So that we are declaring x comma y in the called function only because the values we are not able to pass from here to here. So here only we will take the values, and x plus y is added, 50 is stored into c, and we are not able to return the c value because this function addition is having no return types. Remove this statement here. If you are not able to return, how to print the result? You are not able to return the result. If you are able to return the result, by using this printf statement, you can print the result. But that C result, you cannot return back to the calling function. So if you are unable to return the result C to the calling function, then write the one printf statement in the called function only to print the result C. Double quotation, new line, sum equal to percentile D, comma C. Why you are printing here only? Because you are not able to return the result to the calling function. When you are not able to return here, why you are declaring the sum variable? The value C is returned here, then you can hold the result C with the sum variable, but you are not able to return. So declaring the sum variable here in the calling function is meaningless, and printing the sum variable also meaningless. Remove the two statements in the calling function. So here no return type and no argument list. So only function call you can make from the main function. So you can only call the function addition. When function is called, in this function only you declare the variables, you calculate the x plus y, and print the result here only. Then go back to the same line. Then the next get ch is executed, program is terminated. So go to the press the alt F9 and control F9. The sum is 50. These are the four important categories of user-defined function. And the today's topic is over. But I want to discuss one important program. Go to file, new, go to file, save it with the program name swapping, swapping.c. Maximize it. Swapping two numbers program. First start with void main. Write down here one getch function. To swap two numbers, we need two numbers. So declare two numbers a comma b. After declaration of all the variables, you write down one clear screen function. But you declared a comma b integer type variables, but into a comma b till now the garbage values are there. Now you read a value, b value from the keyboard. To enter from the keyboard, ask the user to enter some values. Enter some values for a comma b. So I'm printing same thing. Enter a comma b values. A comma b values. Whenever user is entering a comma b values, you capture a comma b values with scanf. First a value is captured with percentile d integer representation, and second value is captured, that b value is captured with second percentile d. And from where you are going to store the first and second values, you write down after comma. The first value I'm going to store it into the address of A, and the second value I'm going to store it into the address of B. Now A value is ready, now B value is ready, which is read from the keyboard. And I'm going to swap A comma B values. For example, A value is entered 10 and B value is entered 20. Now I'm going to perform the swapping operation. When swapping operation is completed, into A, B value should come, into B, A value should come. That means A value should be 20, B value should be 10. But I don't want to perform that swapping operations here. I want to write this separate, user defined function. A separate user defined function I want to write. So before writing any user defined function, we must write one declaration. We must intimate to the main function that I am going to write one user defined function. Like that, you have to write one declaration before writing user defined definition. We must write a declaration. We have to take some permission from the main function. For that, we are writing one declaration here. Void swap. It will take two arguments. The first one is integer, comma, second one is also integer. So this is what the function declaration is completed. Now you come to the end of the void main and write down the definition. Void swap. This function declaration syntax and the definition syntax is 99% same, but here you kept a semicolon in the declaration. When you're writing the definition, you should not write the semicolon. You have to open the brace and close the brace. In between opening and closing braces, you have to write swapping statements. And it is taking two arguments. First one is integer x, comma, second one is integer y. Open the brace and closing the brace. In between opening and closing braces, we are going to write the swapping logic. What is the swapping logic? If x and y values are given into this particular swap user defined function, into x I am copying y. and into y I am copying x. For example, I written like this, and I am after swapping I am printing the values here. Printf the values \n because you swapped here. X value is assigned with y value is assigned with x. I am considering this as a swapping because y into the x and x into the y. So values are changed, and you print here after swapping. After swapping, a equal to percentile d, comma b equal to percentile d, and replace the values. A value with that means the x equal to here a means x, here y equal to percentile d. Replace x with x value, y with y value, and copy the same statement. After how you are printing the x comma y values after swapping, before swapping also you print once because you want to know the difference between x and y values before swapping and after swapping. Come here, go to the edit menu, paste, and here you write down before swapping. So here you are doing the swapping. So before swapping you print x and y and perform the swapping here, and after swapping you print the x comma y. But this function won't be executed until you make the function call from the main function. So you make the function call here. Which function we have to call? The swap function. So write down swap parenthesis, and it is taking two arguments x comma y integer values, and already we have read from the keyboard two integer values a comma b. So pass the a value whenever you are calling a swap function from the main function. Pass a value and b value, which is a 10 and which is a 20. Now what will happen? Whenever you are making a function call with this statement, the function is called. Which function? The function with this, the name with the same name swap, and which takes the arguments, which takes the two arguments. See, what is the function with this is name swap? This one. And is it taking two arguments? Yes. The argument list is matching and name is also matching. So first what will happen? A and B will declare clear screen, enter two numbers. Two numbers are captured and we are making the function call. When you make the function call and you are also passing a comma b values to the called function. When you call the function with this statement, controller immediately jumps to the user defined function with the swap name, and into the x a value is copied, into the y b value is copied. Now x value is what? 10, the y value is 20, and enter into the swap function and execute the first statement. What is the first statement? Print the x comma y values before swapping. So x equal to percentile d. Here 10 is printed, here 20 is printed. Now you perform the swapping. Just I'm imagining and I'm considering that just assuming this is the swapping logic. Whether it will work or not, we will see once. So into the x we are writing y, into the y we are writing x, and I am thinking that the swapping is over, and after swapping I'm printing x comma y. Now what should print? X equal to 20 has to be printed and y equal to 10 because earlier x value is 10 and y value is 20. After swapping, x value should be 20 and y value should be 10. And now you press the Alt F9, two errors. The string must be closed here. Control F9, enter two values, 10 space 20, and after reading 10 and 20 we will pass this 10 and 20 to the user defined function swap. Now you see x equal to, before swapping the values are okay, x equal to 10 and y equal to 20. After swapping, the values are 20, 20. But what should be the output? After swapping, x should be 20, y should be 10. But that 10 value is gone, x value is gone. Why x value is gone? Because in this particular statement, when you are copying y value into x, that x value is also same 20. At this point, you clearly observe the y value is 20. That 20 value you are copying into, assigning into x. Now x value is also 20. And come to the second statement. What is the x value from the previous statement? 20. Now that 20 you are assigning into y. Now y value is also 20. Let me explain one more time to avoid the confusion. Just I'm thinking that if you assign y value to x and x value to y, the swapping is done. Like that we are considering. But what will happen actually? Y value is 20. When you pass the a comma b values into x and y, x value is 10, y value is 20. So here you see that y value is 20 is copied into x, so that the x value 10 is replaced with 20, which is y value. Now x and y values are 20 and 20 only. Come to the second statement, assigning x to the y. What is the x value from the previous statement? 20. That same 20 is now copied into y. Now you tell me, what are the values of x and y? All are 20, 20 only. Only y value is there, x value is gone. But to preserve the x value, because whenever you are performing this one, the x value is missing. The x value is missing. To preserve the x value, I am writing here one variable. Into that variable, I am storing x, because when you perform this one, the x value is missing. So store the x value into the temporary variable safely and create the temporary variable here, which is integer. Now you write down what will happen. X value 10 is copied into temp. Now the temp value is also 10. Then into the x, come to the second statement. Into the x, you copy y value. What is the y value? 20. That 20 is copied into x. Now the x value is also 20. Third statement. In this third statement, our intention is copying x value 10 into the y, but from the previous statement, you copied x value with 20, so that x value will become 20. Now if you are thinking that if you assign x to y, 10 is assigned, that is wrong, because x value is copied with 20, y value 20. Now when you execute this statement, that x value is gone, but previously we assumed this situation and we temporarily saved x value into temp. So instead of using x, if you use the temp here, that x value which is stored temporarily in the temporary variable will be assigned to y. Now y value is 10. Now after completion of these statements, the y value is 10 and x value is 20. Remove all these things. This is not a C language code. Now you press Alt F9 and Control F9. I'm giving the values a comma b, 10 space 20. Now it will go to the swap function. Now you can see before swapping the x value is 10 and y value equal to 20. After swapping, x value is 20 and y value is 10. And after execution of the last statement in the swap function, after swapping, the controller will again go back to that same calling function swap. And after execution of this statement, it will go to the getch and closing of the main function. So with this, we completed swapping program.